Okay, this is a new drama. Let's see. Apple fired employee sexual assaulting Mihoyo partners. What does that mean? Apple fired their employee. So this guy works at Apple and he got fired. He or she got fired. I assume it's a he, for sexual assaulting Mihoyo partners. So Apple fired App Store staff after finding improper dealings with game developers. Apple fired at least 5 employees who work in the company's App Store in China. So this is in China, keep in mind. This is in China. 5 employees, not just one. Following an internal probe into business misconduct, according to people with direct knowledge of the situation, Apple found infractions such as unsanctioned contact with mobile game developers or consultants working on their behalf, these people said. An internal audit uncovered irregularities in 2022, prompting an investigation that concluded around the middle of this year, one of these people said. It involved more than a half dozen staffers at the China App Store business, which generates billions of dollars a year in profits for Apple, particularly from mobile games. Apple CEO Tim Cook visited China this week, where he praised Chinese app developers and watch what? Why can't I read the rest? Get access to exclusive coverage. Join now to read the full story. What website is this? I can't even read the full story. Need to pay to read? No thanks. Why is the website pay to win? I don't understand. News cannot be pay to win, okay? Wow, this website is way better. The other website is like pay to win. Okay, Apple fires multiple App Store employees for misconduct, including sexual assault on Genshin Impact employee. So Apple is one of the world's largest companies, okay? However, as Spider-Man fans would remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Okay, according to recent reports, Apple has dismissed several members of its App Store team in China. Was this specifically in China? The Apple team in China due to business misconduct and sexual assault. Okay. We closely follow technology companies which operate in many different countries around the world and consist of vast teams and departments. Therefore, although it's unfortunate, scandals sometimes emerge. For instance, we recently reported the arrest of Vivo's regional CFO in India due to a $120 million money laundering case. Now it has come to light that Apple has fired multiple App Store employees after sexual assault. But how do they sexual assault though? I don't understand. How do you sexual assault? It's not happening. It's different, right? Different city, different office. How do you sexual assault them? Apple is in Apple, Mihoyo is in Mihoyo. Unless you go there. So I'm trying to understand this. This is what confuses me. Okay, based on the information provided, Apple conducted a year-long internal investigation. A year-long. That revealed various misdeeds. These included improper contact with mobile game developers, sexual assault, and more. The company became aware of the issue during audit in 2022 and has since conducted a thorough investigation. More than half a dozen staff members from the App Store business team in China were implicated in this investigation. However, only 5 of them were dismissed over this period. Okay. Unfortunately, the specific nature of business misconduct is unclear. Yeah, I'm trying to understand what could lead to this, right? One of the issues involves bending the rules of the App Store. So basically, if you guys are not aware, any company put their game on the App Store, Apple takes a cut from that microtransaction. If you buy certain things in Genshin in App Store, if you use Apple, App Store takes a cut, right? I believe it was 30%. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about the numbers. I think Google takes 20%, something along those lines, right? Or is it 40%? I can't remember exactly. The individuals under investigation help developers get their apps approved for listing in the store. Okay? The apps approved for listing offer advice on how to increase app revenue and decide which apps to feature on the App Store's main home pages. Ooh! So this can definitely, I can see why. Maybe like the Mihoyo employee bribed the App Store, bribed the Apple, to basically put their games on the front page or on the home page. So if you put your games on the home page, I think those are like, some are sponsored for sure, but some, I think you have to pay money to put your game in front of the home page. Although at first glance this may not seem too bad, listing an app without proper scrutiny and boosting it with various information appears to have led to unfair competition. So this is specifically in China, by the way. Right, this is specifically in China, I think. Of course, this wasn't the only instance where ethical lines were crossed. it was reported that Apple employees accepted complimentary meals and nightclub outings from these parties. Oh, so in return, they get free meals, free KFC from Mihoyo staff, and also free nightclub monthly membership. Can go to nightclub together. Look at women dancing. In return for potential exposure and editorial promotion in the App Store. However, it's important to emphasize that none of these individuals involved in the investigation had the power to directly approve or reject apps from the App Store. So how? They don't have the power, they are just a staff. Yet some of the dismissed employees had roles that could influence decisions. Okay? They don't have the power directly, they're not the upper director and stuff. They're just the lower staff, I guess, like senior manager or something, but they do have the role to influence. I'm sure you have also thought about how easily certain things can be done from the inside at your workplace. The situation here is no different. Okay, alright. Apple has stringent rules regarding certain communications. For instance, App Store review and editorial staff are not permitted to meet with developers unless they have prior approval. While those in developer relations and business management can meet with developers, they must not accept expensive gifts or meals. Obviously, right? This is like a bribe kind of thing. If you think what I've mentioned so far is bad, a report revealed that Apple dismissed an App Store employee last year over allegations of sexual assault on another employee. Wait. Who's the other employee? Another Apple employee or another Mihoyo employee? An employee from Apple structure in China has been described as corrupt, has allegedly sexually assaulted an employee at Mihoyo. I'm gonna assume the Apple employee is a guy and the one that was sexually assaulted from Mihoyo is a girl. I'm just gonna assume. There's a higher chance of a guy sexually assaulting a girl than a girl sexually assaulting a guy. So that's just my assumption for now. Of course, they are not revealing anything for the time being, so I'm just looking at face value, right? For those who may not know, Mihoyo is a Chinese game developer famous for its popular mobile game Genshin. Sadly, the details of the heinous crime are unknown, despite the best efforts of some reputable peers in the tech media. The fired employee did not respond to a request for comment. I mean, he did get fired. Why would he want to defend himself, right? He got fired. Clearly, it's like, I mean, he's ashamed of himself, I think. No way he's going to come out and just, oh, I did it. I actually went and sexually assaulted this woman. Like, of course, he's going to just stay quiet, right? Like, I mean, like, if you do something wrong, obviously, that's what most people would just stay quiet and just stay hidden. You know, why would you come out and say something? Mihoyo spokespeople did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Makes sense. The person that sexually assaulted didn't comment. The person that did get assaulted also maybe are shy and stuff. They are the victims. I understand. I don't know how serious this sexual assault is. This is not sexual harassment. This is assault. So it sounds really serious. Apple's statement on the subject is as follows. Without commenting on the specific allegations of this report, Apple expects its employees worldwide to abide by its very strong ethics and business conduct policies. We thoroughly investigate reports of improper conduct and when appropriate will not hesitate to take immediate action up to and including termination. The firing of these employees is a reminder that even the biggest and most successful tech companies are not immune to misconduct, aka sexual allegations. It's a shy guy, it was a guy on guy? I don't think it was a guy on guy. Really? You think it was a guy on China? It is also a reminder that Apple is committed to creating a safe and inclusive workplace for all employees. Yeah, I mean, like, I've always done stuff like that. Just so you guys know, right? Like, if an app is being put on the Google Play Store, you can go to your Play Store right now and you can look at your specific region, right? Like your specific region. Every single app that you see on the Play Store, on the front page of the Play Store, there's a chance that they are likely sponsored. I wouldn't say that they are bribed, but they are likely sponsored, or maybe like, you know, like, I'm not surprised if some of these like go through, you know, like some sort of backdoor benefits in terms of free meals and stuff, you know. But hey, this is not unique to this, you know. It's like all companies are actually like that, like quite corrupt, you know, if you think about it. You know, I've had prior experience as someone that works in the company before. I've seen Usually like whenever you have like consultant, you can always bribe them, etc, etc, stuff like that. Yep. This is interesting news for sure.